Vince and Vickie's adventure. Vince and Vickie Valdez were on vacation with their parents in a small village by the sea. The village was in a green valley that had fruit and vegetables growing in fields. Vince and Vickie played volleyball on the beach and were having the very best time until a visitor came to their hut. The visitor said he lived in the village. He was vice chief of the village, and he had come to ask a favor. The vice chief went on to tell his story. Last week, 5 village children vanished. They just vanished without a trace. Everyone was very worried. And then yesterday, our chief had a vision. He was taking a nap after devouring a very large bowl of vanilla ice cream. In his vision, he saw the 5 missing village children in a cave under the volcano. A big violent dragon had captured them. 12 vicious vampire bats and 12 vultures were guarding the cave. Then a beautiful young woman said in a soft voice, "The only way to free the children is to play the beautiful music to the dragon. The dragon will fall asleep, and the more beautiful music, the more soundly he will sleep." The vision then disappeared. We have asked the village if they can play beautiful music. Unfortunately, no one can. One of the villagers said she heard beautiful music coming from your hut last night. So I'm here to ask you, Mr. Valdez, to volunteer your voyage to the volcano and play your beautiful music. The 5 children then can be freed from the dragon. "That wasn't me playing the music," explained Mr. Valdez. "It was my children. Vince plays the violin, and Vickie plays the viola. I'm sorry, but I can't send my children to face the violent dragon." Although Mr. Valdez didn't believe in dragons, he thought it would be dangerous to let his children go near the volcano. "It will be quite safe," said the vice chief. "They can stay inside the chief's van. The chief's van is a very fast vehicle. If the dragon comes, the van can speed away." "Yes, let's go, Dad. It will be exciting to see a dragon," pleaded Vince. Mrs. Valdez knew that the volcano hadn't erupted for 5 years, and she didn't believe in dragons. She said, "Let them go. It will be an adventure for them." "Okay," said Mr. Valdez. When do they leave? We'll pick them up at daybreak tomorrow," answered the delighted vice chief. The chief's van arrived very early the next morning. Vince and Vickie jumped into the van. The chief was driving, and the vice chief was in the passenger seat. The chief told them that they were very brave and thanked them for volunteering. They all sped off toward the volcano. Vince and Vickie were very scared when they arrived at the volcano. They didn't know what to expect. Everyone jumped out of the van. Vince carried his violin, and Vickie carried her viola. They followed the chief, who was looking for the place he had seen in his vision. After looking around for a few minutes, the chief said, "Ah, there it is." He was pointing to an entrance to a cave, but a pile of rocks blocked the entrance. The chief asked the children to start playing the violin and the viola at the entrance of the cave. They played beautifully, but nothing happened. "Louder, louder," shouted the chief. The children played as loudly as they could. Gradually, the rocks blocking the entrance to the cave began to move. First, little stones trickled out, Then big rocks started to fall in the cave entrance. The children almost stopped playing when they saw a group of vultures fly out of the cave. The chief encouraged them to play on. Then a group of vampire bats flew out of the cave. The chief asked them to play still louder. When all the rocks had rolled away from the cave entrance, 5 little children ran out toward the chief. He hugged each of them in turn. Everyone was very happy. Vince and Vickie carried on playing the violin and viola. "We must run back to the van before the dragon wakes up," said the chief. "What dragon?" asked one of the children. "The dragon that captured you, of course," said the chief. "We didn't get captured. We were playing in the cave when all those rocks came down and blocked the entrance. It was so dark inside, so we couldn't see any dragons. You're very lucky that it's too dark for the dragons to see you," said the chief. Vince and Vickie smiled at each other, looked at each other and smiled. They didn't get to see the dragon, but they were pleased that they had helped find the missing children.